be broken. That's John chapter 19, verse 36.
No broken boards.
And most importantly, through the blood of Yahusha, he now covers us from the wrath of Yahuwah. Yahusha is the fulfillment of what Yahweh was showing through Israel. He used his power in different instances to show and foretell truly what he was going to be doing to defeat Satan. And the craziest thing you have to see is that he was doing all this, he was doing it right in front of Satan's face, showing him the whole time what he was going to do.
Exactly.
And then he used Satan to fulfill it.
Exactly.
Remember, he prophesied Satan was going to bruise the Messiah's heel, which is what having him killed represented.
Sure.
But that's what Yahweh wanted to happen. And Yahusha would bruise the serpent's head, being the cure for the sin that Satan brought into this world. The amount of power being displayed is tremendous by Yahuwah, and he did it effortlessly. Had Satan watching it the whole time, did it right in front of Satan's face, showing him the plan. He walked it all through the Torah. That's why fulfilling the Torah is so powerful.
This brilliant little device keeps any room ice cold all summer and toasty warm all winter, with zero installation, zero ductwork, and zero contractor fees. It mounts on any wall in under 5 minutes, cools a 46 square meter room in just 4, and slashes your electricity bill by up to 75%.
Now there's another important piece that I would add to this list of fulfillment, and that is found when understanding the Day of Atonement. In the Day of Atonement, Yahuwah shows us how he deals with sin, and Yahushua became 3 major components to deal with sin. He is the perfect, eternal, and unchanging high priest. He is the scapegoat carrying away the sins of the world, and he is the perfect sin offering that only needed to be done once. Yahusha is the fulfillment of all of this. But if you don't understand the Day of Atonement, it can pass you by. You see, the Day of Atonement focuses on repentance and forgiveness. You see, animals, they were sacrificed all throughout the year as a way for the repentant to receive forgiveness. But on this day, it was as though all the sins of the nation for which sacrifices had not been made, they were now being taken care of. Leviticus chapter 16 is the chapter that describes this in detail. The Day of Atonement was an annual cleansing not only of the people, but also of the tabernacle itself. The high priest secluded himself for 7 days before, and then performed elaborate and carefully ordered rituals throughout the day. The Day of Atonement is a day made to cleanse Israel, that they may be clean from all their sins before Yahuwah. It is known by the Hebrew name Yom HaKippurim, or Yom Kippur. On Yom Kippur, 2 goats were selected for making atonement. One was sacrificed at the temple, and the other was released into the wilderness. The high priest took this second goat, laying his hands on the animal's head. He confessed the sins of Israel and then drove the goat out into the desert. This symbolized the removal of the sins of the nation. Since it escaped into the desert, it is today known as the scapegoat, which of course has become a popular term for anyone who bears the blame for someone else. The scapegoat symbolically carried away the sins of the people, never to return. And this is what is spoken of on the Day of Atonement. The whole chapter should be read, but I'm just going to read a little of it. Now Yahweh spoke to Moses after the death of the 2 sons of Aaron, when they offered profane fire before Yahweh and died. And Yahweh said to Moses, "Tell Aaron your brother not to come at just any time into the holy place inside the veil, before the mercy seat which is on the ark, lest he die. For I will appear in the cloud above the mercy seat. Thus Aaron shall come into the holy place with the blood of a young bull as a sin offering, and of a ram as a burnt offering. He shall put the holy linen tunic and the linen trousers on his body. He shall be girded with a linen sash, and with a linen turban he shall be attired. These are holy garments. Therefore he shall wash his body in water and put them on. And he shall take from the congregation of the children of Israel 2 kids of the goats as a sin offering, and 1 ram as a burnt offering. Aaron shall offer the bull as a sin offering, which is for himself, and make atonement for himself and for his house. He shall take the 2 goats and present them before Yahweh at the door of the tabernacle of meeting. Then Aaron shall cast lots for the 2 goats, 1 lot for Yahweh and the other lot for the scapegoat. And Aaron shall bring the goat on which Yahweh's lot fell and offer it as a sin offering. But the goat on which the lot fell to be the scapegoat shall be presented alive before Yahweh to make atonement upon it, and let it go as a scapegoat into the wilderness. Leviticus chapter 16 verses 1 through 10. And Yahweh was doing something amazing here. Yahusha is the first understand the high priest. Aaron was told that he could not just come in any time into the holy place inside the veil. In fact, he could only come once a year. And before he did, he had to put forth a sin offering of a bull for atonement. Do you understand? Atonement was always needed to come amongst Yahuwah. But now Yahusha became a perfect high priest. And now he was able to enter the holy place with his own blood. It's explained in Hebrews chapter 9. But Messiah came as high priest of the good things to come, with the greater and more perfect tabernacle, not made with hands, that is, not of this creation. Not with the blood of goats and calves, but with his own blood, he entered the most holy place once for all, having obtained eternal redemption. For if the blood of bulls and goats and the ashes of a heifer, sprinkling the unclean, sanctifies for the purifying of the flesh, how much more shall the blood of Messiah, who through the eternal Spirit offered himself without spot to Elohim, cleanse your conscience from dead works to serve the living Elohim? And for this reason, he is the mediator of the new covenant by means of death, for the redemption of the transgressions under the first covenant, that those who are called may receive the promise of the eternal inheritance. That's Hebrews chapter 9, verses 11 through 15. And that's deep and powerful. Let's go to verse 12 directly. It says, not with the blood of goats and calves, but with his own blood he entered the most holy place once for all, having obtained eternal redemption. You see, the service of the Levitical priest, it obtained a limited but continuously recurring symbolic type of redemption. Messiah, with his own blood, obtained eternal redemption. Understand, he wrote once and for all because his sacrifice never has to be repeated because it was perfect. He is the only one who could do this. He is also alive. He rose from the dead and sits at the right hand of our Father, which makes his priesthood forever and unchangeable. Hebrews chapter 7 says, also there were many priests because they were prevented by death from continuing. But he, because he continues forever, has an unchangeable priesthood. Therefore, he is also able to save to the utmost those who come to Elohim through him, since he always lives to make intercession for them. For such a high priest was fitting for us, who was holy, harmless, undefiled, separate from sinners, has become higher than the heavens, who does not need daily as those high priests to offer up sacrifices, first for his own sins and then for the people's. For this he did once for all when he offered up himself. For the law appoints as high priests men who have weakness, but the word of the oath which...
See, look at this. For the law appoints as high priests men who have weaknesses. That's Hebrews 7:28. Not looking for no superstars, looking for no bad boys, looking for men who have weaknesses like all men, it says. That's what it says, miss.
For this he did once for all when he offered up himself. For the law appoints as high priests men who have weakness.
See?
But the word of the oath which came after the law appoints the Son who has been perfected forever. Hebrews chapter 7, verses 23 to 28.
Isn't it?
You see, Yahusha fulfilled what Yahweh truly desired. He is the eternal, unchangeable high priest.
He got a little bit wary when he had to die. But who wasn't? But then when he died, he went in the death done, and then he beat up the principalities, and the ruling spirit. Part them up done, proper. And then went into hell, the prison. That's what hell is, guys, the prison. And then he went in there, right? And when he went in there, all the little ignorant spirit, they said, Jesus, Jesus, I prophesied in your name. You don't see the way how Jesus looks at him. You want to see the look what Jesus gave him. And then he started talking. He said, wait, man. We take this thing for friendship. Depart from me. He said, why? He said, because you live lawlessly. Move. Right? And then he just went in there. Got the good children that shouldn't be in there. Right? And then they descended up. That's what it says. Now for him to be able to descend up, he had to beat them up. But they're not telling you this bit. They're just saying, no, Jesus rose the third day. So what happened to the first and second day? Why did you tell them that? Right? Because we all know he comes as the Lamb. You know, the gentle Lamb who takes away the sins of the world. That was the sin. Now, the spirit now. The sin is the flesh. He's dealt with that. Right? He had to die, to go in death, to smash you up, which he did, right? And this is the bit that people don't know. This is the part they don't know about. This is why he's the king, guys. This is why he's the king. This is why we're going to be honoring him, because he's already done to do the work. He's done it all already. Right? This is why Israel say put poo-poo on him, and then you lose the strength. He is the strength. You believe in him, he gives you the strength to beat them up, because he's beat them up already. Damn tramps. And it's not telling you what's going on.
Who has been perfected forever.
And our Christians, right, you will never know this because they are hiding from you, and you have to be a Hebrew for it to come into you, for you to then tell the people. Right? That's how it works. And Christianity is a thing that doesn't do hardship, right? And it doesn't do long suffering. Now the real reason for hardship and long suffering is so you know hardship and long suffering. So when I make you a priest, you will know what longship and hard suffering is. So you won't do it to no one else. The same thing I said to you in Egypt. Don't make no one in bondage. Why? Because you've been in bondage when you was in Egypt. It's the same thing. So I make sure that all the good words that come with it, peace, love, affection, kindness, also long suffering, right, and hardship. Right? Because when you go through that, that also strengthens you. So when you see people going through, you're like, oh no, I remember that, I've been through that. It's all a game. It's all a game. Right? But material things don't speak to you. They just bring pleasure. And what comes with pleasure? Bleeding pain, for God's sake. Oh, sorry, for goodness sake, mate. Christianity. Boy.
Now, he is also the scapegoat. Yahusha is the scapegoat that carried away the sin.
Christianity can't be a friend because it's hiding the children. Don't forget, the children come to that with the book. Now they've got the book, and they cannot tell you the real book. Why? Because it's your book. It's your book. It's not their book. It doesn't say anything about them at all. Not one thing about them at all. At all. I don't know anyone who starts the book from the ending or the middle. You start the book from the beginning. But the first 5 books are the beginning with the children. But they can't see themselves in there because they can't fit themselves in there, so they go to the Jesus part. Remember, Jesus got because of these children. Remember that. Because of these disrespectful children, they had to bring a son in to try and save the children. You just happen to get a bringing along the way to help the children. And Romans chapter 11, verse 11 told you that. He had to ask you to come in to make the children jealous. Still the children, not to do with you. You're just helping him to get the children to love him, which is disrespect. These damaging children. They're a joke, man.
Of the world. This is why him being raised from the dead is so important.
You ain't got to do that with us.
Understand what happened with this?
We pull up. We are the generation, Father. You say, we say how high. We ain't here to embarrass you. Like I don't know how these people are going to like say, you are an emperor with no empress. No, they are emperor with no empress, not us. They have no emperor or no empress because they copy and paste. But that one was too hard for them to do the emperor and the empress. Well, where is the emperor and the empress? That's like having the mum and dad without the grandma and the grandpa. It's virtually impossible. It just doesn't work. You get cancer. It doesn't work. Wrong sons. You get cancer. Why? Because you end up cheating on your wife. Right? And when you cheat on your wife, Father has to punish you because those are our laws. And those are our traditions, marriage. Not you, not pillagers. You're savages. You never used to do anything till you met us. But if you take on marriage, it comes with the same laws. And when you broke the law by cheating on Princess Diana, Father gave you cancer. When the people are politely asking you, which cancer do you have, King? I ain't telling you. There's that aggression again. And you're a king. I've never known a king to have cancer. But listen, if you go to your emperor, he can give you a remedy to drink and he can get rid of, you haven't even got an emperor. This is why you got cancer. Because if you had an emperor, he would teach you how to behave. You're just like Satan. Think you can do it without your father. And now it's all coming crumbling down, right? Like a pack of cards like it is. Just coming crumbling down. Well, next time when you build your house here, remember, When you build a glass house, what happens? We don't throw stones, we throw rocks at it now. And the rocks are coming. You stay there, right? Them could have first class, them could have second class, them could have even recorded delivery. What about special delivery? Either way, it's in the post. Worry's done.
Scapegoat in Leviticus 16. And when he has made an end of atoning for the holy place, the tabernacle of meeting, and the altar, he shall bring the live goat. Aaron shall lay both his hands on the head of the live goat, confess over it all the iniquities of the children of Israel, and all their transgressions concerning all their sins, putting them on the head of the goat, and shall send it away into the wilderness by the hand of a suitable man. Leviticus chapter 16, verses 20 and 21. You see, the live goat, he only takes away the iniquities of Israel, but Yahusha takes away the curse of sin for all who believe in him. He bore the blame for sin. He took on the curse of sin and took away the curse from us so that we can be reconciled to Yahweh. As Paul explains here, now then, we are ambassadors for Messiah, as though Elohim were pleading through us. We implore you on Messiah's behalf, be reconciled to Elohim. For he made him who knew no sin to be sin for us, that we might become the righteousness of Elohim in him. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verses 20 and 21. See, Yahusha fulfilled what Yahweh truly desired by being the scapegoat. He took away the sins of the world. He bore our sins. He is also the sin offering, who has made the perfect sacrifice, atoning for the sin of the world. As Hebrews chapter 10 shares, every priest stands ministering daily and offering repeatedly the same sacrifices, which can never take away sins. But this man, after he had offered one sacrifice for sins forever, sat down at the right hand of Elohim from that time, waiting till his enemies are made his footstool. For by one offering he has perfected forever those who are being sanctified. Hebrews chapter 10, verses 11 through 14. It says, for by one offering he has perfected forever those who are being sanctified by him. Yahusha fulfilled what Yahweh truly desired, being the perfect offering for sin that would take over in the UK, SIM cards and
It seems as if you wanna fit up, if it's loving that you're searching for, you woke up on a right young man. Loving that you're searching for, you woke up on a right young man. Look at me hands up, look at me cool. God of people tell me every day that I choose them. Give me more time, make me express myself. And loving that I even when no days are gonna shake. If it's loving that you're searching for, you woke up on a right young man. The loving that you're searching for, you woke up on a right young man. Woman speak now, woman speak now. All forever wanna peace, yeah. All they're searching for cease, yeah. No love, don't require certain dirty games. It seems as if you're all the girl. One another girl, it seems as if you want something more. If it's loving that you're searching for, you woke up on a right young man. Loving that you're searching for, you woke up on a right young man. Look in your eyes, and I get hypnotized. Love you so much, and I can't do what I want. You know the love, and you know this is my eyes.
Right, see you in a bit. Wait just now. You don't need anything from
Okay, go and get me some minstrels in the shop, yeah. Get us some minstrels, yeah. Thank you, brother. Close the door as well, please, yeah?
Alright.
Thanks. The minstrel. Right. Kill them. The minstrel. The minstrel. I'm good. What's the time? Right. 6 o'clock news. Not yet. So we're having a little boogie then.
Yeah.
verses in there. Him. Jesus, Son. Jesus, Son. There. Yeah. Alright. That's 1, 2, 3. How we doing? We're doing good. We're doing good. Doing good. Start exercise again. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Dennis. Yo, man, did Dennis, right? Where does see it and get in first? I know, second got in there for Jam, see a ton. Damn, second down. He got in there. Got him in as a child as well. I know the bleeding story well, for God's sake. That's the other child he tried. And he got Michael as well. My God, he even got him to change his complexion. Damn fool. And he was a Misha'el as well, you know. My God. I mean, sell out. He had it difficult because of the parents. He didn't have much to the parents. It was even worse. The Jackson Doodle. So if only you know the savagery over superstar brown children. If only you knew, guys. If only you knew. Don't believe the hype. You stay there. That's what pays his wages. You believe in that hype. Believe me. Don't believe the hype now. Because not everything in this magical world is quite as it seems. You're damn right.
devil's outside the gym. I've never seen that. So there's the devil's outside the gym. When you take it, it's still there. No, it's gone. Does it own the brown truck?
Yeah, no, that's what it is.
Ah, okay.
That's someone else. He's alright. He's alright.
Oh,
The
okay.
brown thing over there, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's alright. He's alright.
That was like, it was like, hi, he was very friendly.
Yeah, he's a friendly guy.
I started thinking, is it this guy or...
Nah, he's a friendly guy. He's a family man. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Let me close it, yeah? Let me go like that.
Yeah, not too much though.
Yeah.
It's still alright.
Weed's nice, isn't it?
It's really nice. It gets you relaxed.
Yeah, it brings out a relaxing energy, innit?
Exactly.
Yeah. Just chilled out, innit? No worries, nothing.
Exactly.
Nice. It's just nice.
Everything nice.
That's it. Right, try and get this in here now, and then we're good to go. But your spirit's alright though, yeah? Your spirit
Yeah,
nice?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm in a good place.
Good. That's the main thing, brother.
I'm in a good place.
That's the main thing. Right, I was going to do more for you, but if you need some more, just shout me, right?
Yeah, if I need more.
Yeah,
I'll let you
just
know.
shout me, right? I need to get it right, because it won't work. It won't work. Right, there it is.
Perfect. Thank you,
I'll see you
Tony.
later, right, bro?
Alright, cheers.
Yeah, you're welcome. Right, that's that done. And we get Misha'el Riviere. Misha'el Melanin Kid Dodo. Yeah. Well, time for 6 o'clock news. Let's see what more lies are going to be telling us now, guys. Let's see what more lies. Yeah, we can just defend ourselves. That's all you can do, right? Just defend yourself against lies. That's all you can do, right? And then just say, Father, or Emmanuel, help me with that lie. And then he just says, I say, okay, thank you. So you're welcome. You got good manners. I said, thank you. I learned it from you. Because you got the manners here, innit? You gotta practice that, not to have manners. You the kids, F off, mum. I hear it. Yo, you know, in my day, even to think it, not to say, just to think it, is a naked beating. I said, take off your wife runs. I said, naked beating. What is wife runs? Go and ask your grandma. Damn fool. What's up? Won't even know everything. He didn't even know what wife runs is. The man said to me, in Vexina, I've just come up from a beating, you know, right? We're in school. The man vexing her. I said, what happened to you? He said, I got grounded. I said, where? What the heck is grounded? I didn't vexing her over grounded. Oh, please, Dodo. Grounded. I have no idea, miss. None at all. Please.
Don't listen to lies. Oh, baby. Friends told you so much lies about me that I'm fertile. Oh, baby. Don't listen to lies. Lies. Oh, baby. Friends told you so much lies about me that I'm fertile. Oh, baby, listen to lies. I love you too much to ever change my feeling for you. It's a one-woman show. I'm running with you, baby. Please believe. Oh, it's a one-woman
Boy, you know you're the Hebrew dance, innit? You've done other stuff. You know you're the Hebrew dancer. You want to hear it outside. I'll wait for the sun to come out, bro. Then I'll do the cleaning. I thought the sun was going to come out today. The sun never come out. Deep down, the sun. When they come out, I'll do the cleaning now. I have a plate system outside. It sounds like a spaceship outside. I'm not joking, though. I'm going to wait until it, bro, outside. This team, whoa, it sounds beautiful. It really does. One section to we learn it from the soul system, man. Dedication to all the soul system, past, present, and future. Because without you guys, no one would even know about the rhythm and blues. Me, I tell the truth, that soul no vibration. And you don't get no recognition. You do hear, mate.
Yeah.
It's all man, them. Ah, soul, man.
Yeah, I like that.
The unsung heroes. This all man, them. Right? You are the heroes, then. First generation. Them ones. Them. First generation. We're second generation. It's the first. Them ones. Them superstars. Them sons. Them sons. They're the real superstars. Them Hebrew sons. They are. I mean, even under oppression and even in detention, they're still turning to ghetto superstars. I would never be able to see any race under the sort of pressure that them sons have been put under with the guidance of Yahuwah, even though they don't realize it. Look at the stuff they produce. And they're still in detention. Imagine when they were at detention praising their father. Boy. Worry stuff. No more toy soldiers.
Poverty.
Like this.
The 91 million people would starve.
Like this.
The
Don't forget, no matter what he tells you, right, he's the one who started the war. Don't forget whatever he tells you, just remember, he started the war, nobody else. Just remember all this nonsense, no matter what he wants to tell you. And what nonsense he wants to tell you.
gasoline, and doesn't come down a lot lower.
Could you all love trouble?
Now, we're going to get out with
Well, we got trouble all day, all night.
a fault, and as you know, that's under
This weekend. Why not stick around for the signing ceremony with this Iran peace deal?
I might.
Joe. It's a joke. He's still playing. I'm 90.
And they'll have expected to have to defend some crosses, but
90. I have no idea. No idea. Alright. I don't do football. Oh no, I don't do football. All Jewish Trump nonsense time. Alright, you can fall in love with Trump, and I'm gonna fall in love with Yahuwah. I know, it's just nonsense, isn't it, these people? Imagine that was all you had to listen to all your life. This nonsense. I know. Damn. It's a
complicated coffee order. No such thing with Philip's Latte Go. All your favourite coffees at the touch of a button. So, whatever the order, with Philip's Latte Go, it's never a bad time for a good coffee.
I can fall asleep fine, I just can't stay asleep.
Introducing Lunavel, the drug-free sleep patch for restless nights.
Okay, so where did I leave off?
That's cycle.
Where did I leave off?
That's cycle.
You were talking about what you called the Western mentality and how people of non-Western lineage are now the carriers of Western culture because the originators of the culture are demographically declining. And you said that you are against the people who are making their lives miserable in the West, but you said that they themselves are those people.
Right. Right, yes. You are those people. You are those people. You are. And this is very hard for Westerners to understand, or for Americans to understand, especially if they are from oppressed people in the West, in America, if they're exploited, if they're excluded in their own society. If they have experience, or if they are currently experiencing injustice and prejudice and lack of opportunity and have other grievances and so forth, they think that if they have grievances, somehow this cures them of the fundamentally westernized psyche. And of course it does not. It doesn't. You know, just because you are so-called marginalized, just because you are discriminated against or what have you in America, in the West, and just because you maybe adopt an oppositional stance rhetorically, or even, you know, in your mind, a critical stance, revolutionary stance, whatever the case may be, you know, you're a dissenter, you're a critic, you're a dissident, etc., you're against the system, you're anti-capitalist or what have you, you're libertarian or whatever other sort of ideological position that you take, that you adopt to position yourself as so-called anti-establishment or even as anti-Western. This is like saying that I'm going to drive my car down a different road than everyone else is driving on, you know? But meanwhile, your car is broken down. 4 flat tires, no gas, no fuel, dead battery, you understand? So you're all on a dead end. You're all on a dead end road, all of you.
True.
And they keep telling you that it's a road to paradise.
Right.
It's the highway to paradise, but it's a dead end.
True.
And it doesn't do you any good to even know that it's a dead end. It doesn't do you any good to know that it does not lead to paradise because they have already made sure that your car is broken down. You understand? You're not going forward, you're not going backwards, you're not turning around. No U-turns. You know, you're not taking another road. There's no off-ramp. It doesn't matter even if there was an off-ramp because your vehicle is disabled. And that's your mind, that's your psyche, that's your cognitive abilities. You understand me? That's your civilizational options. You know? You can change gears as much as you want in your broken down car. You can turn your blinkers on, you can turn your turn signal on, all you want. You can put whatever slogans or whatever bumper stickers you want on your broken down car about revolution and what have you. Doesn't matter, your car's not moving. It's not going anywhere. See, they planned ahead. They planned ahead. First they misled you. First they told you that you were on the road to paradise. But they knew that eventually you would expect to arrive at some point at that paradise. And once it becomes obvious that it's not going to, that you're not going to arrive at that paradise, that that's not going to happen, they know that they would have a problem on their hands. So they have been neutralizing you for decades. You know, slashing your tires, emptying your tank, cutting your wires, right? Crippling your engine, draining your battery and so forth, and locking your doors from the outside. So now it doesn't matter. Now it doesn't even matter whether you know or not that the road does not lead to paradise that you're on, that American road, or that it's a dead end. It doesn't matter now. It doesn't even matter. You see what I mean? You can sit in your disabled car and you can listen to the radio. And that's what you do. Doesn't matter if it's NPR or if it's Top 40. You can listen to a Marxist podcast, or you can listen to a evangelical MAGA program. You're not going anywhere either way. I hope you understand me. I hope you understand me, but I don't think you do. I'm not talking about your system. I'm talking about you as a human being boxed in by your system. I'm literally talking about your psyche, about your thinking processes. You understand me? I'm talking about your intellectual options, or the options that you have because of your intellect, or lack thereof, because of the non-stop, relentless programming of your culture. And I'm talking about your character. See, I've talked about like community sovereignty, community building, community sovereignty, sufficiency zones, and so forth. I've talked about building parallel power structures in America as options for people over there. See, this is me telling you about trying ways to circumvent the system that has you boxed in. That's a completely different topic. And when I talk about those things, even when I talk about those things, I know that most people will never make any move in that direction. They won't make the first move, they won't make the smallest move in that direction. But that's a different topic altogether. See, when I talk about community sovereignty, community building, parallel power structures, and so forth, that's me acknowledging and recognizing that you are the way you are, and even though you are the way you are, because you're still our brothers and sisters in humanity, and frankly, because I have myself a personal connection to the American people, since I am from there, and on some level, I do sympathize. I sympathize with the panic and with the desperation and the feeling of being trapped that everyone feels over there. So I recognize all of that. And because I know the mentality, and I know the mentality, I know what the mentality worries about. And I am personally inclined to try to offer practical suggestions about what you can do to relieve the worries that your particular mentality will have uppermost in your minds. Meaning material security, meaning access to resources, meaning access to services, and the material maintenance of your daily life. See, I know the mentality, and I accept that you have that mentality, and I want to offer some options that can make sense to that mentality. That's what it is when I talk about community sovereignty, community building, sufficiency zones, and so on. Sure. I'm talking about your options, your options for circumventing the system over there that's collapsing, surviving the collapse of that system, surviving the collapse of that system as you know it, and navigating the predictable repression that is inevitably coming.
Inevitably.
But none of that is your real problem. That's the thing. None of that is your real problem. None of that is your fundamental problem. And in fact, your real fundamental problem is, anyway, that's going to prevent you anyway from even doing anything that I suggest in regards to community sovereignty and community building. And again, that fundamental problem, your real fundamental problem, is your broken down, flat tire having, no gas having, dead battery American brain. That's your fundamental problem. That's the fact. That's the truth. I'm just telling you the truth. And it doesn't matter how you feel about the system. It doesn't matter how you feel about the system. It doesn't matter if you are oppressed under that system and know that you're oppressed under that system. It doesn't matter if you are discriminated against in that society, in that system, and you know that you are. If you're locked out of upward mobility and you know that you are. If you hate capitalism and you hate corporatism or what have you, it doesn't matter. Do you understand? None of these things, none of these types of understandings are groundbreaking levels of awareness. You understand me? None of that demonstrates great cognitive realizations. None of that demonstrates character. None of that demonstrates morality or principles. You understand me? It does not take a moral genius to recognize when you have been struck upside your head. Knowing that you've been punched in the face is not a profound insight into your situation. You ought to know that. And if you are someone who does not know, who doesn't even know when they've been punched in the face, well, there's nothing I can say for you. I have no suggestions for you. I have no suggestions except you just go right ahead and pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Idiot.
That's the best kind of citizen you can be, someone who doesn't even know they've been punched in the face. You see, I'm saying that recognizing that you're in a bad situation is not, in and of itself, the sign of a particularly astute mind. The question is, do you know why you're in that situation and what are you going to do about it? Those are the relevant questions, and do you even have the mental skills to answer either of those questions? And the answer to that question is no. No, you don't have the mental skills, the intellectual skills. The damage is done, I'm saying. That's the short version of what I'm telling you. You're drowning in the ocean, okay? You're drowning in the ocean. You've been overthrown. You've been thrown overboard, and you're drowning. And you think that the solution to your problems, the solution to your drowning, is to change your shoes. See, I'm saying the damage is done to your mind, to your psyche, to your character.
would you describe McCain vibes?
It's definitely a chip.
Crisp.
Crisp.
No, it's in the shape of a crisp, but it's a chip.
It's a crisp. Crisp.
It's got crisp ancestry, but it's a chip.
McCain vibes, take 50.
It's like the chip in a crisp on a baby.
87.
A hot chip crisp combo thingy? McCain vibes. Our chip crisp combo hot snack thingies.
Now, I said I'm talking about you. I'm talking about the Americans. I'm talking about the Westerners because I have a personal connection and a degree of sympathy because I come from there. That's why I'm talking about this and why I talk about you. But the fact of the matter is that no one in the global South, no one in the Muslim world has any reason whatsoever to feel responsible for you. You understand me? No one owes you any sympathy whatsoever. They don't have to be understanding. They don't have to try to help fix your mentality. They don't have to try to rescue you, help rescue you. You understand? They don't have to try to figure out what's wrong with you and help you develop and help you to become a better person, a better society, better civilization. A slave who is escaping the plantation, running away from the plantation, doesn't stop in his tracks and have second thoughts. Like, oh, you know, maybe master had a difficult childhood and he just needs some emotional support or something. That doesn't happen. That'd be crazy.
Super DJ.
It's a victory. It's a victory. Dedication to peace. Boy. Shalom. That's what peace means, guys, isn't it? And hello. Shalom. With a rainbow way. Shalom. Kids love it. Shalom. Shalom. What does shalom mean? It means shalom. And peace. Peace. Just glide in peace. Can't do that. And he wants to come and do this nice. No, put nice over there. That's where you stay. You're saying you're nice. Go over there with that foolishness. And say peace for them. That spirits that's coming in. And you don't want people to know that. Quiet trap. We beat up the spirits already. Don't forget it now. We beat them all up already. DGs. Not something nice. And you're not telling people that part in it. All you're saying is, oh, Jesus runs the third day rose again. What does that mean, me damn tramp? Tell the story properly. It's not your story to tell though, is it? That is right. Do. There's no spirit in your story. No at all. Just change the characters, but you couldn't put the spirit in the characters, could you? Do. Huh, you see it there. Because Saka Sayaka. You couldn't steal the spirit. Because the spirit said, there is no way I'm going into that. The spirit said, no, right? The flesh weak, but the spirit strong. You stay there. The spirit wasn't jumping that. The spirit preferred to dead in its honor than jump into that. You damn Roman. And now we're finding out saying, wait, you're a Roman. You're not Hebrew, you're a Roman. The damn thing.
Been monstrous to the rest of the world for centuries. And your monstrous right?
Hebrew.
Like, oh, you know, maybe Master had a difficult childhood.
Master was infected. I don't care if he had a difficult childhood or not. No infection. No intermingling. No. Otherwise, Father won't accept us. We look at him, he's had to keep us preserved. And he said, I had to use my right arm a few times. I said, what about the angel wing? He said, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't. I said, okay, I had to use my right arm. I had to be a husband to you. And I said, I'm being a grandson to you. He said, son, two birds of a feather will always stick and flock together. I don't know about Satan, because he's got no friend. The only friend he's got, right, is Venus, really penis, right? Now Venus is his actual wife. And he's the 1 and 2 combination. The rest of that, you're his slaves. You're his slaves, then. And you know, I mean, the stuff you got to do to please him. Look at the stuff that he likes. Look at the stuff you got to do to please him, to get a house or two, or to sit at the front of his throne. But the stuff you've got to do strips your humanity. Then he can come and just put noses and says, we don't protect kids. Because you're so messed up inside, you're even too scared to say anything against it, you damn idiot. You Rasta. Ain't you embarrassed? Ain't you embarrassed? I mean, when Satan children can come on your platform and say, we don't protect your kids if you don't say nothing. Rasta, you see the millionaires are leaving this country in their droves. Well, if you don't protect children, you can't be a nation, Dan. What about this one? If you haven't got an emperor or an empress, you cannot be a nation, right? You can't even be a monarch, right? Without an emperor and the empress. So who's that open? I have no idea. The man's got cancer now, for God's sake. For goodness sake, sorry. I have no idea who these Romans are trying to be. Just tell people who you are. You're just a Roman, man. What are you lying about being a Roman for? Ain't you proud to be a Roman? Well, you're stealing people's identity, stealing their culture, stealing their land, stealing their resources. So now what people are doing, they're looking at you. Who is the savage? This is what people are looking at now, right? Who is the pillager? Who is it? It and its flock. That's what they're looking at now. Who is the monster in disguise? Who? When there?
A slave who is escaping the plantation, running away from the plantation, doesn't stop in his tracks and have second thoughts. Like, oh, you know, maybe maybe Master had a difficult childhood. He just needs some emotional support or something. That doesn't happen. You'd have to be crazy.
No.
You've been monstrous to the rest of the world for centuries. And you're monstrous right now.
Of course he is.
So it's absolutely absurd for anyone in America or anyone in the West to expect anyone in the global South to sympathize with you.
Sure.
You know?
But we do.
To ask them, what's the solution? When the thing that they want, that you want a solution to is nothing other than the consequences of your own actions as a so-called civilization. You can't ask people in the global South or the Muslim world for a solution. The solution to consequences is just to accept them and face the music. That's the solution to your consequences. You're not the main character in anyone else's life.
You're damn right.
Truth be told, you're not even the main character in your own lives over there. Yes, there is a part of me
Damn right.
that talks about you because I come from where you come from. Because I have lived what you are living. And I've been where you are, and I've been what you are.
No,
but like I said before, and I've said many times in the earlier parts of this lecture and elsewhere, I'm not doing anything really but bear witness to the cautionary tale that your so-called civilization is for humanity. And I'm trying to caution my own people, the Muslims. Both the Muslims in the diaspora over there in America, over there in the West, and obviously the Muslims in Dar al-Islam. Because not understanding the reality about America, not understanding the reality about the West is a serious mistake, and it's very dangerous. More dangerous than you might think it is, and in ways that you might not imagine it is. So I want to speak now directly, specifically to my Muslim brothers and sisters, and to anyone in the Global South generally, even non-Muslims in the Global South generally, who understands what's at stake.
Yeah.
Because everything that I've said up to this point in this whole long series about the West, about whiteness, about the transference of dysfunction through the colonized mind, all of that has a very specific implication for us. You are in danger. I said you are in danger, a very specific kind of danger that cannot necessarily be prevented by any of the ways that you might usually think dangers can be prevented. You can't protect yourself by physical power, by military power. No political organization can protect you. And yes, even no amount of Islamic content that you consume online is going to be able to protect you. Because this isn't about physical coercion. It's not about political persecution. It's not even about propaganda and about miseducation. It's about the cognitive impact on your mind from the combination of all of these things. You understand me? It's the danger of having your mind broken by a civilization that is designed to break minds. Okay? I'm telling you that sustained exposure to Western epistemology, to Western media, to Western education, so-called, to Western entertainment, to the whole architecture of information, Western information architecture, does not just install false beliefs. That's just one layer of what happens. It damages the whole cognitive machinery of your mind. It doesn't just give you wrong answers, you understand me? It degrades your ability to even arrive at any answer through any sort of sustained, rigorous, disciplined thought. I mean, think about the Western information environment, the way that all works, the media and so forth, the whole culture, what that actually does to a human mind. They reward simplicity. They punish complexity. They demand an immediate emotional response to everything, to every bit of information, to every story, to every event. They have no tolerance for nuance, no tolerance for sustained thought, no tolerance for sustained argument, for the kind of thinking that says, wait a minute, hold on, I need to follow this thread. I need to follow this thread for another 10 minutes. Just give me another 10 minutes to think about this, and then I can reach a conclusion, maybe. I need to think it through. Give me time. They don't tolerate that.
No, I know.
That kind of thinking is not just discouraged in the West, in the whole, as I say, information environment. It is structurally undermined by it. Viciously, relentlessly. The format won't allow it. The algorithm kills it. You understand? The culture does not tolerate it. And you've been inside that environment. You've been inside that environment, many of you, for your entire conscious life. What do you think that produces? What does a diet of 3-second videos do to your brain? 3-second videos, rage bait, binary choices, emotional manipulation. What does that produce in a human brain over the course of years and decades? It produces an inability to concentrate. It produces a genuine, functional inability to follow a sustained chain of thought, chain of reasoning, without losing the thread, without getting distracted. It produces a reflex, not a thought, a reflex, towards the most emotionally satisfying interpretation of any situation. As I've said before, it reduces you, as a human being, it reduces you to a cluster of impulses that can be activated at will by whoever wants to. It produces a mind that cannot distinguish between feeling strongly about something and actually knowing something to be true or to be right. You treat emotion as evidence. You understand? You mistake passion for analysis. And this is deliberate. This is the product. The West doesn't want you thinking.
No.
They want you reacting.
Yeah.
Because a thinking person will ask questions that a reacting person never will ask. Won't even occur to them.
Damn right.
They won't even have time to think of it. It won't even occur to them. A thinking person can trace causes. They can examine assumptions. They can interrogate the framework itself, rather than just the conclusions that the framework produces. You understand me? And the framework cannot survive that type of examination, that type of interrogation, because it's a very weak and false framework. So the culture, the system, makes that type of examination impossible by making concentration itself impossible, by making everything a stimulus response, a loop of feelings for maximum emotional engagement and minimum cognitive work. And for Muslims specifically, this is catastrophic because Islam is a thinking tradition. It's a tradition that opens with iqra, with read, with examine, engage with reality as it is. The Quran, alhamdulillah, tells you to engage your mind at all times. أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ? Do they not reason? أَفَلَا يَتَتَبَّرُونَ? Do they not reflect? Do you not reflect? أَفَلَا يَنْظُرُونَ? Do you not observe? Over and over and over again. The command to use your mind, to look at the world and derive understanding. Not to just accept whatever you're given without examination. And you have been marinating in a culture that is specifically designed, specifically engineered to make that type of examination and observation and deduction impossible.
Yeah.
Channels. Be comfy, be confident, be you. Comfort you can feel. Style that feels like you. Because quality, style and value never go out of fashion.
So now you have Muslims who cannot even sit with a 10-minute talk.
I know.
Who process the genes, you know, who judge the scholars.
You didn't have no birthright anyway to sell, you stupid idiot. The book says that, you damn fool. You had no birthright to sell, you stupid damn idiot. Look at the state of you. Who's going to give you any birthright? Who's going to invest anything in you? You can't even take instructions, you damn idiot. That's how you really came at the mountain and became someone. That's how. So you got everything against the whole world because they turned against you, and you're with Satan as well. This is why you're so nasty and wicked. It's not hard to work out now, Tran. It's not hard to work out. You've been in control all this time. Damn idiot. But you still got a little time left. You got Satan dance coming up soon as well. You damn tramp. Like we don't know what's going on with that dance. You think it's only Christians that's going to be taken up. No, that's just nonsense. Christians are going to be staying down. It might even be them that is the third that just gets wiped out instantly. When I can't see no one else it can be. You stay there. It's going to cripple that Christianity, the wickedness that it's done. Them 8 church fathers, the ones who built that rubbish, the ones who, no, sorry, who changed it, who indoctrinated it, because it was already built, remember? When we came to you, we had that in our arms. That's all we had. Father gave you all our riches, everything. Our women, our kids, everything. But he kept the Bible. He said, take that with you. We had that in our arms. And you saw how precious that was. And you thought, right, if we could take this and control it and change the language of it, and put fear into them, so much fear, we just change the colour and say it's us. And just beat it into them, and that's what you did then. You know, the hardcore ones, they died, and those are the ones that Jesus went and got out of prison. They died for it. They said, nah, kill me instead, Dan. They changed that Christian nonsense. I don't think all of us converted, not at all. It's a lie. It's a damn lie. Well, after what you've done to their women and their children, they saw in front and they wait to convert to that nonsense. They prefer to die. They prefer to die. Then live that nightmare. For what? Not to get beaten, not to die. Die, man. And you come back again. Why would you want to live that and be traumatized? That dog. Do you know what I used to do as well? You know when the women were pregnant, the slave woman and the white lady, when the white lady was feeding the child, he said, don't feed my child. And I give my son the milk of the black woman. And then the child, the son, has to be fed by the black woman. And then that causes animosity between the women. And that just goes to show you, doesn't it? How he's fascinated really with his sons. I mean, you know, you've got them as slaves and this, that. Why would you give the intimate part of the child, your son, to a black woman for her to feed with her bosom and not the natural mums? Why not? What does that tell you? We have the picture. It's staying there. What does that tell you? Not so much Nick not Collywog now, is it? What about the love letters you keep writing and the ransoms you keep leaving? If I let you have sex with me, are you stupid or what? Imagine, right, if we turn into a shirt lifter. Father says, son, I'd utterly destroy you anyway. Even if you want to play dollies and houses and foolishness there, I would utterly destroy you anyway. Damn tramp. You have no idea about your boyfriend or your husband. You have no idea about him. But him kinky, you know, miss? Him kinky, you see? That boy, him kinky, right? Promiscuous. That's too polite. Him kinky, but promiscuous. Weird. He tramp. I'll tell you what he did want to do, miss. You want to get him a nice dinner, right? We're in belly full. And before in belly full, snatch his phone and quickly run up in the toilet. So you got girl problems. You're gonna run up in the toilet with that phone. By the time you come down with that phone, you would kick him out. I guarantee you. You know, see him hold on to the phone like his life depends on it. It does. Right? Now your life depends on it, girl. Find a way to get to that phone, girl. Find a way to get to that phone. And if you don't see paedophilia in there, then he's not a man. You're damn right. Don't be frightened of him. Go and get the phone of him, Dan. Go and have a look at his phone. You'll be horrified. You'll be horrified, Dan. Because all they're doing is following a narrative, what the system says. You know, hate them, do this, do. No, man, the boy kink. I just told you he's kinky. You have no idea. Damn tramp. But in front of his, you know, his KKK mates, you know, but weird. When they Trump unemployed, weird. Right? Because you ain't got your mates said when you're at home on your own, is it? They didn't talk about that, but did they? When you're on your own. When all the killing and the ranting and it, when all that's finished, and then you're at home and they didn't mention that bit, did they, Tutu? You're still there. Before you got to belong to something, yeah, and you want to belong to that. Don't you prefer to be on your own than belong to that? Well, you won't be on your own, your father will be. When you're disconnected to father, if you could do everything on your own. And that's how the system's grown you. That is how the system has grown you and everyone else. I've never been like that, never, not once, never, not once. I'm just saying, that's how the system grows you. You all think you're better than each other. Compete, sports, you know, got to be better than each other. That's what they teach you here. To compete against, well, oh, mine's better than yours, and don't want to come and take yours and rob it and steal it, plot and scheme. Oh, what crafty counselling, oh God's sake. I mean, goodness sake, sorry. I mean, you just do what you want, guys. You live by no laws. You just do whatever you want. It's your whole law. And if someone does tell you something, then they turn into white rage. But you can't see it, because no one's told you about your stinking self. Right? And you think it's all right for you to have and someone else not to have, and that makes you feel good. No, it don't. It's just the damn system, how the system got built. Not because the system behaves like that, that means we've got to behave like that with each other and enjoy it as well. Oh man. And as soon as anything happens to you, it's front news. Yeah, God, can you stop, sorry, goodness sake, can you stop moan? Nah, can you stop moan when you've got little problems coming? And damn if you've got problems coming. And the first thing you go on the internet is moan, moan, moan. So now you know how other people feel. Now that you can't get this and you can't get that and you can't pay this and now you know how other people feel. Now you know how other people feel. Selfish set of people. And guys, you've got so much more coming. You've got so much more coming. You're going to see how strong everybody is. You've got so much more coming. You have no idea. Many of you are going to try to commit suicide. Many of you. I am not joking. I am deadly serious, though. But you don't like listening to stuff because you know everything about nothing.
Yeah, I like that.
Whether his books go viral or not. Who can't distinguish between Islamic scholars.
Because we're in a nation where you cannot take information. Anything more than 3 seconds is way too much. 3 minutes, oh, that's breaking a record. And this is where you miss out. And that's that stupid system, instant pleasure of nonsense. Just Jack in the box. Ah, that's good. Jack in the, that's good. Just nonsense. Just absolute foolishness. 15 seconds of foolishness. And that's why the children are foolish. But they're not. They've turned violent. They've turned violent because you didn't care them when they were children at all. So they've turned violent and their children. That is your fault, man. It's all your fault.
And Islamic aesthetics. You understand me? You listen to anyone who sounds passionate about something, who's emotive about something, and who uses the right trigger words, emotional words. They don't have the cognitive tools to evaluate the substance. Because the substance, evaluating the substance requires sustained attention. And sustained attention has been trained out of you. Okay, that's just the cognitive layer. That's just the cognitive level that I'm talking about. The damage to the instrument of thought itself, to your mind, to your thinking. But there's even another level. Potentially you can call it a deeper level, which is what you actually believe, what you have absorbed as true about the world, about history, about human civilization, about what a just and fair and prosperous and wonderful society is supposed to look like. You think it's all based on Western values, democracy, liberty, rule of law, human rights, peace, equality, so forth. These are the values that the West presents as the pinnacle of human civilizational achievement. The final answer, the end of history. And a great many of you, especially in the diaspora, but also around the world, many of you, many Muslims, including practicing Muslims, including religious Muslims, including Muslims who pray and fast and wear hijab and go on Hajj and so forth, pay their zakah, everything, you have absorbed these values not as Western political preferences that can be evaluated critically and objectively, but as self-evidently correct standards against which everything, including Islam, is supposed to be implicitly measured and contrasted with and compared to. This is irrational. This is irrational.
It's a joke, man.
I'm telling you, this is irrational.
This is what they do to you. Good children.
These are not serious values. The truth of the matter is, these are not serious values.
No, please.
It's not a serious framework. You know, as a framework, this is not serious. They're vague. These values are very vague. They're very internally contradictory. They don't have any metaphysical grounding. You understand me? They don't produce any stable answers to any type of hard questions that you might ask. Yeah. And the civilization that produced them, that produced these so-called values, doesn't even believe in them. Certainly not in practice, not just produce these to any type of...
Certainly not in practice, and they don't believe in them. Well spoken, well spoken.
Hard questions that you might ask. And the civilization that produced them, that produced these so-called values, doesn't even believe in them.
True.
Certainly not in practice, not historically, and not now. Do you understand me? So don't take it as a given that any of these proclaimed values are actually valuable. Especially when the people who proclaim the values do not themselves practice them. That should tell you something. You know, I've talked before about the evolution of anti-imperial, anti-colonial thought, decolonization thinking, decolonial thought. And how we went through a phase in the early days of decolonial thinkers where they wanted to prove that the formerly colonized countries were capable of living up to Western values, that they could be democratic, that they could have freedom, that they could be, just as concerned and what have you, and protective of human rights and so forth, just as much as the West. Now, the obvious thing is that, no, obviously the West itself does not live up to any of these things in any way whatsoever. Not democracy, not freedom, not human rights. But then the thing is that you get rigged into this game of, well, we can be better at being Western than the West is. Meaning we're going to adopt your values, we're going to adopt your values, and we're going to excel at them. We're going to be we're going to live up to your proclaimed values better than you do. Okay, that's already subservient. That's already subservient. That's already buying into the unthinking assumption that the West has, in fact, successfully articulated the best values known to mankind. They have not. You think that they articulated them, they just failed to live up to them. No, who told you their values are the best values? So our previous decolonial thinkers didn't go deep enough when they were trying to excavate their societies from Western domination. You see, they kept the flawed foreign Western foundations, and those foundations have to be uprooted. They have to be dug up, they have to be dug out, they have to be thrown out. I mean, just think about how anyone reacts, even people in the global South, even Muslims, how they react when you say something like, we don't need democracy. Or you say something like, freedom is actually not the most important thing in society. Well, they will look at you like you are crazy. They'll look at you like you are an advocate for oppression and suffering. They'll look at you like you're like you're working for the devil himself. You understand me? That's how deep the acceptance runs. The acceptance that, you know, the indoctrination, that Western values, that Western proclaimed Western values are just sanctified, without question, as the highest and the best and the most wonderful values that were ever put on paper. Which means, by deduction, that any other value system is inferior. That your civilization's values are inferior. Our civilization's values are inferior. The values of our predecessors, our ancestors, all of these are inferior. The West is the gold standard. Never mind that the West has never, even slightly, taken any of those values seriously or ever tried to practice them on a civilizational level at all. Never mind that. Never mind that. Everything has to still be measured against the self-evidently noble, the self-evidently perfect values of the so-called Enlightenment. Who said? And see, the way you do it now is if you want to evaluate your own culture, look at your own culture, your own civilization, your own people, then you will look at it that wherever they don't adhere to Western values and Western standards, well, these are all areas in which they have to improve. That's your metrics. They have to do better, and better means they have to be more in line with Western ideas, Western concepts and philosophies and models. You know, like such and such country is not as democratic as it should be. Well, who said it should be? Who said that democratic is a synonym for fair and just? That it's a synonym for whatever is beneficial to society? That so-called being more so-called democratic means being better. I mean, if you even ask a question like that, you will be almost universally demonized as an enemy of all that is right and good and holy. That's how they'll do it. That's the indoctrination, because you have all fully accepted that so-called democracy is a synonym for everything that is good, right, and holy. You're not even allowed to question that system or that model or that concept as an idea. You're not even allowed to do that, because everyone agrees that it is unquestionably the best system. So now, no matter what kind of a government you have, no matter what kind of governance your civilization had in the past, no matter how well it worked, it's always going to be measured, its value is going to be measured by how plausibly you can call that democratic. And this goes across the board. Any concept, any theory, any approach, you measure it by Western standards. You understand me? You apply Western standards, and wherever what you have does not fit their mold, where you so-called fall short. Well, who said? This is what I'm asking. It's our government, not yours. I mean, you go ahead and do governance however you want to do. And we will do it the way that we want to do. That makes sense. You understand me? You're not the arbiter of what's good for us and our society and our nation. Like I said, especially since you yourselves have been devastating even to your own society. No, I'll tell you straight to your face. Democracy is a ludicrous system. It's a ludicrous system. Yes, it is. And that is exactly why no one actually does it. No one does it. That's why the country that shouts about it the most, that shouts about it louder than anyone else and more continuously than anyone else, is also the country that has it the least. Because it makes no sense. At least not on any sort of a mass scale. I mean, you'll notice, the bigger the scale, the more convoluted the mechanisms are. Until it doesn't even resemble anything like so-called democracy, like electoral college and so forth. I mean, you can say that this is because the politicians and whatnot are corrupt, and they are corrupt, but that's not why. That's not why you don't have democracy. You don't have democracy because literally no one genuinely thinks it's a good idea. And they're not wrong. This is what I'm telling you. They're not wrong. It's only useful. Democracy is only useful as a smokescreen. And I've talked about that many, many times. You know, if you're going to have a legally binding democratic system, if you're going to have that, then you are also going to have a system in which real existing power only resides completely outside the realm of that political system. There's too many reasons that I can even bother getting into here why democracy is an absolutely preposterous concept politically on a mass scale. On a local scale, okay. On a small scale, sure. Maybe you can do that. But on a national scale, no. It's completely undoable. Again, like I said, I've talked about it many times before, so I'm not gonna get into all of the problems with that system. Suffice it to say, there's absolutely no reason whatsoever for any intelligent people to hold up this idea as the gold standard for fair governance. It really is cognitive dissonance. You know, people still upholding this idea, even when you cannot point to any officially so-called democratic system in any medium to large-sized nation in the world where democracy actually operates. You see, you are sanctifying a model that no one practices in the real world. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
It's just like the cognitive dissonance of people who pretend that the so-called Enlightenment made the Europeans more humane and more just and more decent and so forth, when it actually, in reality, only made them worse by orders of magnitude. They were far worse after the Enlightenment than they were before, and they were bad enough before. See? And you have to talk about liberty. You have to say liberty is the most important thing in any society. You must say this. This is like dogma. You have to say this. You can't question this. It's the most important thing in any society. Give me liberty or give me death, right? Liberty is everything. Liberty is everything.
Every moment can be better with Phillips Latte Go and delicious coffee from freshly ground beans. And speaking of moments, that's exactly how long it takes to clean it. Phillips Latte Go. It's never a bad time for a good coffee.
My dad started wearing this every night. Now he walks like he's 50 again. Introducing EM Sense, the at-home device for tired, achy feet, without pills or expensive treatments. Get real relief in just one 15-minute session. Here are 6 reasons why EMSN...
The freedom to do what?
So
removal of obligation. You understand? The primacy of individual desires as the ultimate moral authority. That's not freedom. That is the destruction of the conditions under which a human being can actually flourish. And certainly as a cohesive society. If you want to have people living together, you can't live like that. A human being without any obligation, without any accountability, without any sort of a purpose beyond their own desires, beyond their own satisfaction, that's not freedom, that's a menace. You understand? And your deen tells you exactly this. If you're Muslim, you understand that. The nafs that is completely unleashed is destructive to everyone. It's destructive to everyone around it. You can't build any sort of a coherent, cohesive society on the basis of individual freedom and liberty. No, you cannot. And of course, the West has not. America has not. Because that does not work at all. Like I said, as soon as you talk like this, that liberty, for example, is not the end-all, be-all of what a government should guarantee to their people, people reflexively, knee-jerk reflex response is that you must be now advocating for the complete deprivation of all freedoms, of all rights, of all individuality, and what have you. This is absurd. This is absurd. This is that dysfunctional binary thinking, this or that thinking, black and white thinking, binary thinking. Only opposites exist. That's a brain that's not working. No. Stability, cohesion, harmony, economic security, dignity, social welfare. I would rank all of these over so-called liberty. And if you don't rank those above so-called liberty, you're a fool. That's why you can be living in the miserable situation that you are living in, with no stability, no cohesion, no harmony, no economic security, no dignity, no social welfare. But you're fool enough to say, well, at least I'm free. You must be out of your mind.
Right.
You're free of your own mind.
Want to make that?
You understand? Your mind is free of you. Your mind is free of any sense. That's the freedom that you have. And your rule of law, like I said before, whose law? Written by whom? For whose protection? You say rule of law like you don't write the laws. Rule of law just means rule by the one who makes the law, the one who writes the law for their own interests. Well, that law enshrined chattel slavery. That law codified colonization. That law is right now being invoked to justify genocide in Gaza, while simultaneously prosecuting the people who protest against the genocide in Gaza. You understand me? You want to evaluate Islamic jurisprudence, centuries of sophisticated, systematic, divinely grounded legal tradition against that standard? That's not a standard. The rule of law is not a standard. It's a slogan. You understand me? I'm not saying this because these concepts don't have any value whatsoever. I'm saying that you need to interrogate them. They're open to that. They should be, through your own epistemological frameworks, through revelation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, through sound reasoning, through the empirical reality that we are actually experiencing in the world and observing in the world. Don't just accept them as obviously superior and then try to make Islam compatible with them.
Yeah.
That's exactly backwards. You're doing it exactly backwards. That's the colonized mind operating. I told you before, they took most of these concepts from us, in fact. But they only took the chapter titles, the chapter headings. They didn't do the reading. You understand me? They just ad-libbed it, the rest. They never understood these concepts. And then, like I say, there's the whole fake history. And that's absolutely lethal to you, to your understanding, if you believe any element of that. It's lethal. You're not just going to have a misunderstanding. No, it's specifically and acutely lethal to believe the false image of the West. Because if you believe the West is basically what it says it is, if you believe that it is a civilization that produced maybe flawed but genuine human progress, if you believe that they just made mistakes and that they've been progressively moving forward towards their own stated ideals, and that at its core, the West in America is populated by basically well-meaning people who just need to understand Islam better. They just need to be exposed to Islam more. They just need to see our side. If you believe that your entire strategic orientation towards them is wrong, and you have absolutely no basis for that position, by the way. There's absolutely no evidence whatsoever that any of that is true, and nothing but evidence that it isn't true. Your assumptions about what is possible with them are wrong, completely wrong. Your willingness to give the benefit of the doubt to them is wrong, and your tendency to try to work within their systems and speak their language in their way, appeal to their conscience, all of that is wrong. All of that is uninformed. All of that is ineffective. All of that is actively counterproductive, actively self-sabotaging and self-destructive. No, the actual history, the one that is documented, the real history that actually happened, verified, unbroken in their pattern of history. Tells you a completely different story about what that so-called civilization is, what that so-called civilization does, what they're capable of, and what they are not capable of. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala literally already told you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala literally already told you in the Quran, this is not a mystery, they will never be pleased with you until what? Until you follow their way. That's the only way they'll be pleased with you. Understand, this is a description of a permanent structural reality. And Muslims, especially Muslims living in the diaspora, you keep acting as though it's a challenge that you have to overcome. Through better communication. It's a hurdle. You have to overcome it through better outreach, more relatable content, non-threatening presentations of Islam designed to produce a reaction from these people, designed to make these people go, oh, they're nice actually, after all. They're not scary. Muslims are nice. You understand me? Everything that you're trying to do over there is exactly why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told you what He told you. So that you wouldn't waste your time. So you don't put yourself in a bad position. And so they don't get the drop on you. Because that is always what they're looking to do. They can't help it. This is a symptom of kufr. No, they can't stop trying to separate you from your deen. Anyone Muslims, especially Muslims living in the diaspora, you keep acting as though it's a challenge that you have to overcome. Through better communication. It's a hurdle. You have to overcome it through better outreach, more relatable content, non-threatening presentations of Islam designed to produce a reaction from these people, designed to make these people go, oh, they're nice actually, after all. They're not scary. Muslims are nice. You understand me? Everything that you're trying to do over there is exactly why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told you what He told you. So that you wouldn't waste your time. So you don't put yourself in a bad position. And so they don't get the drop on you. Because that is always what they're looking to do. Always. They can't help it. Understand, they can't help it. This is a symptom of kufr. No, they can't stop trying to separate you from your deen any more than someone with eczema can stop itching. They can't stop it. They can't help themselves. You will never be normal enough for them. You'll never be moderate enough for them. You'll never be relatable enough for them. Because the issue is not misunderstanding. Their normal is abnormal. They are by definition unrelatable. You understand me? Their moderate is extreme immorality, extreme heedlessness, extreme greediness, extreme selfishness, extreme cowardice. The issue is precisely what the Quran says it is, not what you think it is. And the moment you try to compromise in your deen to try to gain their acceptance, you'll lose both. You'll lose their acceptance because you'll never get it anyway. The more you try to do, the more they'll move the line. And you've lost your deen because you compromised your deen for something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala already articulated to you very clearly is unattainable. This is a miscalculation. It's a catastrophic miscalculation on your part. The catastrophic miscalculation is when you give the kuffar the benefit of the doubt that Islamic ethics actually reserves for a very different context. Assuming good faith from a so-called civilization that has demonstrated across an unbroken 500-year record their absolute absence of good faith in their dealings with us, that is the record. It's not my opinion, that's the record. And many of you, many Muslims, you look at that record and you will still say, but we need to engage, we need to dialogue, we need to build bridges. SubhanAllah, you want to build bridges to the kuffar, but you want to burn your bridges to the Muslim world. You want to castigate the Muslim world and exonerate the Western world. And most of your da'wah, truth be told, is trying to get the kuffar to accept you, not trying to get them to accept Islam. I know you don't recognize that this is what many of you are doing, but it is. This is what many of you are doing. You want to show them how compatible Islam is with what they have, which is you just doing that civilizational maintenance work for them for free. Like an unpaid white, like I said before. That myth maintenance work. You're assuring the most primitive, animalistic, hedonistic, cold-hearted, mean-spirited, ill-willed, simple-minded, most barbaric nation on the face of this earth that they are actually the most virtuous, the most noble, the most enlightened, the most sophisticated and superior people on the face of the earth. Because you accept the legitimacy of their frameworks and their concepts and their self-image. And in fact, not just the legitimacy, but the supremacy of their frameworks and their images, their self-image and their concepts. And you want to convince them now that Islam is actually just as good as their kufr. That our morality is just as good as their immorality. That our right is as good as their wrong. That our piety is as good as their wickedness. That's what you're doing. And like I said, the danger is that you might actually genuinely believe that. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Because you are inside that cult-like echo chamber of a society. Because your mind and your cognitive ability are subjected to the same pressures as everybody else over there. The same coercion as everybody else over there. The same erosion. The same corrosive influences. The same corrosive influences that melt the weight-bearing pillars of your own intellect. You understand me? That whole society is a mass demolition project of the minds of its own people. To where you simply cannot relate to anyone outside. And no one outside can relate to you. You can't understand them and they cannot understand you. You know, I saw a rebirth the other day online on the internet. This is a good example of how insular and how isolated and how strange it is over there. And how you cast out, how you project to the rest of the world. You apply your dysfunctional frameworks on everybody else. You understand? You universalize what is actually your very peculiar situation as if it's the human condition itself. So this revert was doing a live stream Q&A, and someone asked if they'd ever made Hajj, and they said, no, I haven't made Hajj, it's too expensive. And then said, Hajj is definitely a privilege. Did you hear that? Hajj is definitely a privilege. That's what she said. Because it's expensive to go. In other words, Hajj is only for people who have so much wealth, people who are so rich, that going on Hajj for them is equivalent to you and I taking an Uber somewhere. You see, if something is expensive, this is the thinking. If something is expensive, then it is supposed to mean that you have to be so rich that it's not expensive to you. Not that you save money, not that you collect that money over years, not that you sacrifice, not that you earn and save and set your Hajj money aside, little by little, over a lifetime, because it's worth it to you. You understand me? Because it's an obligation, not a privilege. It's an obligation, not a privilege. It's a once-in-a-lifetime obligation, and you sacrifice and you save for it. And I mean, does this person imagine that everyone who's making tawaf around the Kaaba is a CEO, is a millionaire, is super rich, and making Hajj is some sort of a fancy luxury experience? No, it's a farmer from Bangladesh. It's a taxi driver from Morocco. It's a shopkeeper from Indonesia who's been saving their money over the decades to make pilgrimage to Mecca, to be on Arafat, to make tawaf, to fulfill their deen. Because that is what commitment looks like. That's what conviction looks like in real life. No one going on Hajj can afford to go. No, you work to make it possible to go because it matters. But this is what the West has done to your brain, what the West has done to your heart. You can't comprehend complex matters. You just see price tags. And if the cost is higher than what you can afford right now, higher than what you have in your wallet right now, then it's just a privilege. It's just a luxury. And you probably think that it's no longer even an obligation for you because you can't do it easily. Meanwhile, the people who are setting their little money aside, little by little, saving up right now for trying to be able to make their Hajj maybe 15 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, if they die before that happens, before that day comes, inshallah bi'idhnillah, they will still get the reward of having completed the Hajj because they're trying to go, genuinely trying to go. They're sacrificing, they're saving, and so forth. They're doing the needful. See, the commitment to Hajj is present in every day of their lives, not just when they get their boarding pass. But this is how you all think. And it's a disaster. Wallahi, it's a disaster. And that's just one example. That's just one example of how the West erodes your ability to think like a mature adult. I mean, I could go on and on, subhanAllah. I could go on and on. What happens if America recedes from the global stage? That's the one they always like to say. What happens if America recedes from the global stage? Who's going to be the next global tyrant running the world? That's another one.
Do you know how amazing it is? Just 3 seconds? It gives you a smoother shave than your wife's, leaving no stubble. Developed jointly by a renowned razor brand team and New York University. Not only does it shave, it also neatly trims hair and nose hairs. It uses imported diamond blades that easily remove even the most stubborn hairs, leaving no shavings. Even after 10 or 20 years of use, the blades remain as sharp as ever. The 360-degree curved design perfectly conforms to the contours of the face, providing a complete shave experience without irritating the skin. The entire razor is washable. Simply rinse with water to refresh it, and it lasts up to 90 days on a single charge. It's compact and portable, about the size of its box, perfect for business trips or carrying around. Do you know how many married men are still using old-fashioned razors? Not only do they not shave cleanly, they also irritate the skin and are now a hassle to clean. Smart people have already switched to this razor. No other razor can match the user experience of this latest model, and no other razor is as durable as this top brand razor. Many people think top brands are expensive, but there's a special offer today. This razor costs the equivalent of a factory-made hamburger. Factory direct sales, genuine product guaranteed. If you miss today's opportunity, you'll have to wait another year. Order now.
You just can't conceive of things not being done the way that you do things.
Alright, put up. Let's go somewhere else. Because he can. Because he can. Hi guys, he's still here. Still here guys. Still here. Alright. It's time for studying now. Look at all this. I'm going to exalt your name a bit more. Yeah, it's a nice picture of it there as well. Look at it. Beautiful. Look at that picture. Right on the top. Go check, yeah. Go check, yeah. Yeah, we'll check it. Go check, yeah. Go check him, bro. Go check, yeah. He has any doubts. Right. I'm just happy, bro. I can't explain my happiness. I have no idea, bro. Everything's just beautiful. He wants me to type this thing out, yeah, on my birthday. What's that one? What's that one? And all these beautiful things, you know. Look at these. I'll do with that picture, so. Oh, yeah. I feel like that much of Deuteronomy, just going to read Deuteronomy again. I think I am. I think I am. I think I am. Yeah, I am. Let me print this out first and do that. If they're children, forever. You do, Bobby. You do love the children, don't you? You do, man. They were just the wrong ones. They were the wrong ones, Bobby. You got the right ones now. I can guarantee you that. You got the right children now. Even the white ones as well, love you. Trust me. You got a nice bunch of children, Bobby. Trust me, now. They know who you are now. And we're all sorry for what happened. All of us are. All of us. We're all coming back home. You're damn right we are. We're all coming back home, John. Right? Right. Good. He's peaking up now, isn't he? Yeah, he's got nearly coming up to 1 million. Good. Good. Because he deserves it. He's been there since, look how long he's been there. It's a good boy. Alright, let me break out now, right? Because I need to get some information from my father. So let's break out. Many people are not ready for June 20th. Pay attention, some promise. Not be quiet. Just give us a British murder. At least that's real. Oh, these pastors, isn't it?
So this device is both a DVD player and a CD burner, which already makes it super useful. You can watch your old DVDs, play movies, or even burn your own.
Cannot sit on his own with father. Got to have women around him and boobies and just nonsense, and just foolishness. Just foolishness, though. All these materials and all that, right? That comes with a big punishment, bro. Believe me. Believe me. Right? Because we used to have materials, as you know, and father says, oh no, get rid of all that. Make sure you got a receipt. Scrap. Yes, scrap it. I get less money for it. Why? Where's the receipt? Here, put it in a drawer. You stay there. All that. No. You have to come to father with nothing, and he will put the gold. and diamonds on you. He will. When you've earned it, he will place it on you. You don't have to put it on yourself and say, look at me, damage it. You'll be like them lot. No. No. That's like a king without an emperor. No, that's cheating. No. We took this thing for. You can't do it with that grandma and grandpa. So you cannot do it with that emperor and emperor. No, it's cheating. Tell him, miss. Just tell the damage here. Chuck. Cheating, not
At the moment, I don't know what you're sorry for, Russell, so are you able to tell me?
Russell, I know you're struggling at the moment, mate, but can you tell me what's happened? Is your wife hurt at the moment?
Pardon? Take some deep breaths and slow your breathing down. We've got people on the way round, but I'd like to know what we're going to go into when we get there. So what's happened? So compose yourself, that's it. Nice deep breaths.
Please open the door.
What's the back door like?
That's the back door here. Same as.
You're not going to be able to come in. With the kids being there with them?
I don't know. She's got 4 boys.
The inside will go. The dog's gone. It's gone. Close that gate. Close that gate. The dog's gone. Hello, please. Is there anyone else at home with your wife?
No. No. My dog, I forgot about me poor dog. Well, I forgot me dog. He's me dog there.
Okay.
Me dog. Me dog.
Come on. Come on.
Get the dog. The dog's coming over here. Hello, please. Where's your wife at home?
She's upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whereabouts upstairs is she? Pardon? In the heart? Which room? In your room? Russell saying Jade is in their bedroom upstairs. If you can relay that to North Wales. Door's locked. The memo here. Locked? Yeah. House is empty.
I need a thrill. Let me watch the box. He's gonna jump out. Who? Jack? What? Wow. Do that again, Jack. Wow. Jack in the box, as dumb as it is. This is what he takes us for. Jack in the box. Oh, look at this guy. I've seen this one already. Damn tramp. He only killed his missus. I've seen this one already, miss. He married that right. Him killing good wife, you know. He good wife, you know. She said, no, I think you know. She know what. He said, no.
At the moment, I don't know what you're sorry for, Russell. So
look
are you able to tell me?
Look at this.
Russell, I know you're struggling at the moment, mate, but can you tell me what's happened?
Look at this.
Is your wife hurt at the moment?
Your wife as well. So we got kids with her. He's killed her.
Pardon? Take some deep breaths and slow your breathing down. We've got people on the way round, but I'd like to know what we're going to go into when we get there. So what's happened? That's it. Compose yourself. That's it. Nice deep breaths. Please open the door. What's the back door like?
That's the back door here. Same as.
You're not going to be able to come in. Would the kids be in there with us?
I don't know. She's got 4 boys.
Pull up. Father, this is really nice. The lady's got 4 boys. Right. He knows that as well because he's mostly got kids with her. And he's killed her. Knowing, I-N-G. Knowing, right? She's got 4 boys. And don't forget the performance, right? When he was in the police station, you saw it. He nearly couldn't breathe, you know. It's not about him, it's about the girl who, the wife who he murdered, miss. So he's in the police station, but you see how he made it about him? Let's go back again, because you're not believing me. Let me show you how pathetic these boys are. Look how big he is. Look how big, he's a big boy. Right, let's go again. This tramp. Now he's murdered his wife. I don't even know why murder, right? He hasn't even told them where to find her or anything, right? But all the attention's got to go on him. You got to see how he's, you know, out of breath and all that because he's so, you know, grief-stricken about the wife. That's got no children. The children's got no mum now. The children's got no mum now. You know, y'all winning that they've got grandparents. You know the emperor and the empress. If they haven't got the emperor and the empress, what happens? Then they go to Esau. They're going to home. Just because he, right, wouldn't leave the girl to do what she wanted to do. Obviously, she's been married with him for God knows how long, and she wanted to get away. And you know what happens? That's when you're at your most vulnerable, sister, is when you really think, I've done it, mum. I got rid of it. No, honey. No, miss. That is when you're most at danger. Are you listening to your boy? That is when you're most at danger, because he knows that's it now. He can't make his bed, right? He can't cook food for himself. He can't wash clothes. You ain't there. So he's going to make sure that you don't have no fun. Can you imagine him know that you're about to reach an orgasm? Can you imagine that? Someone else just giving you the touch. Can you imagine how sick that will make him? He even turns into a stalker, the tramp, right? I mean, think like, if he was doing the job, then you could even say, yeah, right? But he doesn't want no one else to press your button so he can reach the orgasm. So he preferred to kill you, even though he had the chance with you and he failed miserably. So, you know, gently, you can't just move away, you know, give you time to heal and then come again. No healing. I'll just kill it straight away. Really? Yeah, really. And that's the mentality of your sons. That's them in a nutshell. Can't take rejection, them sons. I prefer to kill ya than you reject me. Who does that sound like? Sound like a damn slave master.
At the moment, I don't know what you're sorry for, Russell. So, are you able to tell me?
Russell, I know you're struggling at the moment, mate, but can you tell me what's happened? Is your wife hurt at the moment?
Pardon? Take some deep breaths and slow your breathing down. We've got people on the way round, but I'd like to know what we're going to go into when we get there. So what's happened? That's it. Compose yourself. That's it. Nice deep breaths. Please open the door.
That's the back door here. Same as.
You're not going to be able to come in. Would the kids be in there with us?
I don't know. She's got 4 boys.
The inside will go. It's the dog. It's gone. Close that gate. Close that gate. The dog's gone. Hello, please. Is there anyone else at home with your wife?
Still crying. Still crying.
No.
Still crying up. You got me?
My dog, I forgot about me poor dog. Well, I forgot me dog.
What?
He's me dog there.
Okay. My
Me
dog.
dog.
My dog.
You a dog.
My dog.
Come on. Come on.
Get the dog. The dog's coming over here. Hello, police. Not yet, no. Where's your wife at home?
She's upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whereabouts upstairs is she? Pardon? In the heart? Which room? In your room? Russell saying Jade is in their bedroom upstairs. If you can relay that to North Wales.
Door's locked. The memo here.
Locked?
Yep. House is missing.
Not yet, no. Empty. There's no signs of any disturbance in the address either. Yeah, we are at the right house. There's no children here either, so potentially she's with the children somewhere. Can we do some hospital checks?
Russell?
Is that in relation to our job?
Yeah.
Just confirm it's empty. How is it empty? Russell, the house is empty.
The house is empty.
It's not.
It's not.
Yeah, we've got a body.
Okay.
No.
Found a body here. Scissors and a load of clothing. Can we get an ambulance making?
Hey, Russell. Time is 9:38 and you're under arrest for murder. You do not have to say anything, but may arm defence if you do not mention my question. Essentially, lying for any you say make evidence. Stand up for me. Hands behind your back.
Are you the sister?
No, that's I'm her auntie, but I'm
Auntie.
like a mum. And
Who's the next of kin?
Me.
Should we go back to your address?
No. Where is my niece?
Right.
All I wanna know is that
Unfortunately,
she's okay.
unfortunately, she's not. She's deceased.
Jade was beautiful inside and she was beautiful outside.
She was literally just the bestest person you could have in your life.
She was just brilliant.
How'd you feel, Jade?
Jade was born in 1994 in Chester. This bundle of joy she was.
Oh, but she was gorgeous. She was just sweet. Really, really sweet. She was a really kind and caring little girl. She loved music, she loved singing, she loved dancing to it. She was always fiercely independent.
I'm the youngest. There's Kai, and then Becky, Jade, and then me.
So the rumour is the England goalkeeper was poisoned at the 1970 World Cup by the CIA.
It sounds like something you'd read in a spy novel, doesn't it?
And me. Jade was 8 years older than me, so I've always been the baby. Even now they call me the baby. We all shared a room, me and my sisters, but I used to stay in Jade's bed all the time because we were like so close.
I first moved into this house with the twins, and Jade was a lovely, bubbly 9-year-old girl, and very quickly we built up a friendship, myself and Karen. I became Jade's godmother, and Karen became my youngest daughter's godmother.
We met when I was about 11 or 12. She was wild, loved life, absolutely loved life.
She started dyeing her hair. I said, what have you done? She had the outrageous clothes, but our Jade could carry it off.
She was so fun.
I was with her.
That was in Charlton.
Yeah. That's where you'll find all the wonderful clothes, you'll find everything there.
Russell's arrested on suspicion of murder, and then he gets taken to Thai custody. It was 10:30 in the morning that I'm notified and asked to help lead that investigation.
A woman who was found dead at a property in Shotton in Flintshire on Thursday morning has been named locally as 27-year-old Jade Ward. A 29-year-old man has been arrested on suspicion of murder and is in police custody.
When you've woken up Wednesday morning, did you have plans to go to that address?
No plan.
What was your intention on going to that address?
Comment.
This is a murder investigation. It's his opportunity to tell us, as the investigation team, what's happened.
Can you tell me what you know about the murder?
No comment.
Because Russell was given sort of no real indication as to what's happened, we need to piece everything together.
So I'm going to ask you then, Russell, are you responsible for the murder of Jade?
No comment.
A mother of 4 who was found dead at her home has been named locally as 27-year-old Jade Ward. North Wales Police said a man aged 29 has been arrested on suspicion of murder and is in custody.
In relation then to the murder of Jade, you were cautioned and there was no reply at the time of caution. However, you have stated, I'm sorry, I love her and I love my boys. You've then stated, you don't know what I've gone through for 3 years. Can you confirm that you said those words?
No comment.
Because he had come into the police station